Let's go to Stellar Bay. Let's go to Stellar Bay. Let's go to...
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Hooray. Also, we had a nav key. That was kind of the whole point, right?
Do return in one piece.
Okay, so let's take Max because we're going to Stellar Bay, and Max has a friend in Stellar Bay. And, you know, Max boosts science weapon damage for everyone in the party, and Parvati just got a couple of science weapons, so... yeah, at the risk of always taking the same two friends, I swear we'll take you somewhere soon, Ellie and Felix. But, yeah, let's just take Max and Parvati again. Hi, Grim. You and your brother, the guards here?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Okay.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Sure thing. Name's, Alex, let me check my notes. Hawthorne. But, yeah, it's my ship, so yeah.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Mm-hmm.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Right. What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all.
Right.
Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Listen, P, I think this man is insulting you and your compatriots back in Edgewater. You want to say that to her face? She's got a gun what'll turn you into the size of your dick, okay? All of you reduced to the size of... You don't want that. All right, whatever. My name is Alex Hawthorne. Fucko.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Right. Right. Is the place, like, really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook.
Mm-hmm.
And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Right. But listen, I've heard stories, and also I have a slight scar from some of the monsters about this place. What's, you're not what I expected to find.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Mostly. Sorry, mostly? You're not saying the board is lying now, are you, Grim?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Well, that's right, you're both from there.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
So Sanjar's the guy in charge. Got it.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
10 out of 10, bud.
And if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
What do you need done?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Okay, so first of all, this man insults Edgewater. Secondly, he chooses to support Rizzo's Rangers when I have a fucking Space's Chosen baseball cap in my back pocket, all right? All right. I will ask about your fucking... Is it a valuable poster? Do I want to steal the poster from you?
I couldn't really say. I'm just a fan of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Boxy says that, listen, I cannot be held responsible for what you may or may not hear when I say the name of that awful tossball team as Rizzo's Rangers. All right? There's definitely an R in the voice. You just gotta listen for it. Might have been doing that one on purpose.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll go do whatever that thing is. Hello, MSI guard. So Nyoka is apparently here in the yacht club. I think I know who the companion is. Uniquely dressed, weird hair. Yep.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
It's a problem. No, this is fascinating.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out.
Gross.
If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rap out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Name's, Wait, I'm supposed to not tell people my name. You always this drunk lady? No, who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
Hey, I'm looking for you.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
Mm-hmm.
My dad always kept his firearms and liquors in different lockers. Said it wasn't safe to mix them.
Out here, if you ain't a little buzzed, you're liable to notice the stench of life.
Ooh, harsh but
Grit
true.
in the air. The dust in every drink and the blood on every boot.
All right, I guess we're abandoning the whole I'm Alex Hawthorne thing. But, yeah, I'm Jack Necktie. How you doing?
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Your boss wants me to talk to you, though. Yeah, fine. Buy her some booze.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
4 quests at the same time, one of which is looking for you.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it.
Nope.
Brass rats?
Nope.
Let's talk business.
There you go.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
I mean, I've got 8 other things to do on the planet, so, you know, I'm not in a rush. Yeah, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings?
Mm-hmm.
Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You are entirely too well written to be this drunk. Aw, I don't have the medical to get the caffeinoid, and Ellie's not here. If I had Ellie, she would have it already. What if I can't get one of it?
That's quitter talk. You want me shooting straight? Give me my meds.
Okay. All right. Get Nyoka's medicine from... Okay, so I have to very specifically get one thing. I can't just, like, get you the space coffee. All right, fine. Barkeep, 1 space coffee for the pink-haired lady while I go get her other stuff.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Interesting. Okay, so in addition to sounding like Gladys, do you have to look like Gladys too?
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Mm-hmm.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Oh, I still don't have the medical I need. Oh, well. Yeah, somebody wants me to pick something up.
Bless your little heart. You must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need, one pill does the deed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
None of your business. Me. Yeah. I need him for my shelf. I'm very sleepy.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents.
Dang it.
Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
A damn shame. It's awful. It's atrocious.
Isn't it just?
The dirt worst.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Well, I mean, there might be, but I've just got these sweet cheeks, Auntie.
Aren't you a saucy thing?
Mm-hmm.
I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Oh, Lord, if I have to sleep with this lady to, That Jack Necktie, he's a smooth talker. Why don't you show me a thing or two, Toots?
Much as I'd love to. My rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for?
You know, you don't need to know. We'll figure something out.
Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. I'll tease it out of you one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. After all, I have to keep track of where our little pills wander off to.
Sure you do. Bribe and persuade. Why don't you just write down my name as Lotso Bits and spend 2,800 of them? No, I don't think we'll be doing that. Listen, Abby, can I call you Abby? By the way, you're kind of rather nosy, ain't you?
Now, dearie, it is my job after all.
Mm-hmm. You know, you'll find out eventually. Now, she mentioned, listen, we're just gonna be heading off into the wild blue. She's not looking. Run upstairs, 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 run upstairs. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot she is. Oh, you have to lock the supply room upstairs, do ya? You poor, stupid thing. You poor, stupid thing. Why do you keep... Give me that. Give me that. Why do you keep heavy weapon ammo next to your pills? You poor, stupid thing. This terminal's use is restricted to authorized medical engineer. That's me, after I hack in. Please enter your assigned login credentials. I'm Williams. Please select the following menu options. Patient records for Nyoka. Liver damage because of alcoholism, fair. Attitude problems because of alcoholism, true. Social withdrawal because of alcoholism, that tracks. There's a record on me. Patient not found. All right, fine. Data storage. For Williams. Notes from experiments as conducted by Williams. I had hypothesized that this combination might awaken my mind and senses to the greater realities around us. Cold sweats, tremors. Okay, that's not good. I will have to attempt a milder dosage once out per... Okay, that's not good. After my previous experiments, I theorized deadening the external sense... Okay. That's... No, not good. You were both blind and feeble. Okay. I awoke some hours later in a pile of my own sick. Right. Searching file empty. Okay. So don't do that. Personal files for A. Edwards. Work in progress. Okay. So she has a 23,000 word fanfic, a 16,000 word fanfic, and a 145,000 word novel. Got it. Oh, God. Okay. He's a hardworking Salturnum farmer from Monarch. Their attraction blossoms into a whirlwind romance that transforms Stellar Bay. Listen, it's only a Mr. Elliot and Abby. Okay. So who's Mr. Elliot supposed to be? Is he like a generic guy, or is there someone named Elliot who I'm forgetting? The Passion Broker. A renegade iconoclast driven by his ideals finds love in the arms of a mysterious man with a tortured past. Ooh. Oh, he's the other one on the terminal. I see. Top of the line, mostly charcoal personal heater. I hear you're a man of bold tastes. Chapter 34, Healing Touch. Aww. I could certainly find a position for you. The only law here is love. Oh. Hi there.
Ah, the Charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
I've got your magic pills.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol.
Both?
Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
I like how her eyes... Are your eyes always that wide? I don't think they were before.
Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak.
Oh, great.
We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun.
Fun.
If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Okay, so we can only, again, have 2 companions with us. We need to do something for Max, so Parvati, go back to the boat.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
You don't know that, you only just met her.
In a manner of speaking.
Stellar Bay had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a rapt encampment. Hand still gripping it, too.
Oh.
The plan unfolds as the plan unfolds. To vicar and layman alike.
I don't know why you're looking at me while you're talking to her, but okay. Go upstairs. All right. I thought you were talking about upstairs at the pharmacy, but no, let's go upstairs at the yacht club. We are upstairs. Hello, folks. There's a dude. There's an autoloader operator. All right. Hello, bespectacled dude.
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
Possibly. Name's Alex Jack Neckthorn.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
Okay. Listen, can I use this to get into Saffron City or something? What's with the water?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
Mm-hmm. All right. What was so bad about it then?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits.
Yeah.
And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work.
That's fair.
We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch. We're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
It sounds like these people have a... They might have a... Oh, God, what's the word? What's the word? They might have a... They might have a union. They might have a union. Oh, God, if this gets back into the board's hands, they'll never hear the end of it. They might have a union.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us.
Hold it!
Trying to be the squeaky wheel, but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
Hey, you know, listen. I ain't gonna say nothing about... This is a channel this is a pro-labor channel. So, take that in mind. But still, it does seem as though guys who talk like this and represent themselves as legitimate businessmen while actually not necessarily being legitimate businessmen, and shifty striking union laborers, historically speaking, we tend to go together like this. We're two peas in a fucking pod, really, when you think about it. So, yes, I will absolutely step in and mediate on your behalf. Down with management and all that.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
All right, I'll talk to you later, guys.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Oh, hi, Celia.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon.
I will ignore that comment for the moment.
What can I do for you today?
Grim actually wanted me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse.
I was already going to see her.
Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
That's convenient, but also, are you people having money trouble or something?
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Okay, why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or a mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
Uh-huh. Okay, why?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
You know, there's this thing called garbage, right? Okay, so she has a crush on the guy who sells weird animal parts, but doesn't actually care about weird animal parts. You know, you can just skip the weird animal part, right?
I couldn't. What if he says no?
Then you don't have to buy more weird animal parts.
Maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Okay. Now I am curious. What is it with the weird animal parts, dude?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Never skip leg day. Never skip leg day. It's because he's dumb, Celia. He might just be dumb. He might just be dumb. All right. All right. So you really want to be with a guy who won't, talk?
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
All right, fine.
Sorry. Sometimes I get carried away.
We're done. Listen. There might or might not be a quest marker to talk to you. Hi, boss.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Hi, Sanjar. No, you have a meeting with me.
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like this anymore in Halcyon. I only hope you don't judge me by my handshake. Now, what business brings you here?
This whole planet is very horny. Me? I'm just charting my own path. I think we already have someone guiding us to the kink-saving Sanjar is my kink. Yep.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Hey, it could always be both. It could always be both. If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat-fucked colony. Oh, God.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What were you wanting to do exactly?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
Something to be said for perseverance. I endeavor to persevere myself.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Mm-hmm. Tangent. With the bright green base layer and the brown vest-looking thing coupled with a white neckerchief that looks like it's just a deep V at a quick glance, the next time the game shows Nyoka, I want everybody to think of the Green Power Ranger. Nyoka looks like the Green Power Ranger. That's all. That is all. Writer Kath, stop thinking of video game characters for me to cosplay. I do not own a green velvet blazer. I probably do own the shirt and tie, though.
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what intellectualism means, but if
Green
someone's
Power
willing to
Ranger.
build us a few practical things around here, I ain't gonna judge them on account of their beliefs.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
And Nyoka also said words, right, Sanjar? That's very mean. Both of my friends chimed in, and you only complimented one of them.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
Mm-hmm.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Mm-hmm. Now she knows what's going on.
It's true. Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but how long did it take you to figure out that you need to defend your city? That's a good start. Yeah, why? Listen, this is a brilliant fucking insight at your point here. Alarmingly competent middle manager is what we all aspire to be. Okay, this is what Jack Necktie would think, but he is a smart enough and a slick enough operator to not actually say that. But seriously, you need to defend your city. Brilliant.
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course.
A what?
If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
I mean, it sounds useful, but what the fuck is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Okay, where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Awesome. Just stupendous. Why are you saying it that way? Why do you think, Jack?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
I'm sure I'll know it when I find it.
Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
See, that's the kind of thing you just do yourself after the building is secured. By mentioning the terminal, you're inviting the freelancer to discover the horrible secret you no doubt have buried on that terminal, and then use it to fuck you over. Do you have any more dialogue in your tree here?
What can I do for you?
Oh, yes, Grim. He's great.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
No, sir. It was 15% better than snuff. It was snuff.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I could fuck over my companion here, or... No, I think we're good. Okay. So that's cool. We picked up another new quest.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
You never got within 2 feet of her. How did you give her those pills? Also, hey, look at the box. There's a flamethrower in that box. I want that flamethrower. But there's also a person right there. Fuck. Also, I have a flamethrower, so, you know. Hi, Velma.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that. Holy crap. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what she said.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
I don't care about your fish, but I do have a point about Caleb, actually.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
No. I am here to break your spine over my knee, you management stooge. Cost of living increase.
Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat.
Motherfucker. They work hard, don't they? They work hard for their money. So hard for it. Velma?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
Well, then
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Well, then you do it.
If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Scabs! You're gonna hire scab labor! Scab labor! No! Sanjar's gonna notice your shortfalls before long.
Maybe so. But I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back.
Strike fund!
He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
Oh! You want me to raid the strike fund and you're threatening to hold scab labor over my... You union-busting, jack-booted thug! I like the way you think, but you're on the wrong side of history, lady. Would you at least be willing to meet Caleb halfway here? Can we do some actual proper negotiating, or are you just going to take a hardline stance and I'm going to have to totally fuck you over?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
All right, fine. All right, fine. Fuck you. We'll find some way to get Caleb everything he wants and more then.
Fine by me.
Now listen, Caleb is not exactly a perfect representative of the labor cause, but solidarity forever. Tell me about Grimm's poster, by which I mean I'm here to ask about it.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell.
You bastard!
That about cover it?
You horrible person. Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is.
Uh-huh. So do you still have this poster?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
People in this town are fucking stupid. It's like nobody's met a thief before. It's like nobody's met a thief before. To my advantage. To my advantage. But wait, you're just gonna give the man's poster away? He paid you for it, didn't he?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine.
Oh.
And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers.
Oh.
Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
I see. Interesting. All right, I am once again, before I swear to fuck you over, giving you a chance to work something out here.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
All right. Another possibility. You have a hunting rifle and a silencer mod. I don't actually have a silencer mod. But, listen. Velma. Velma. I happen to have, surrounding me at the moment, a very trained, deadly hunter and a gentleman who will be more than happy to absolve us of all responsibility in the eyes of the law, should we, say, commit horrible, unspeakable murder upon your person. And that would just be a damn shame, wouldn't it?
I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind?
I just want you to remember this conversation when the Teamsters come to call. All right? Also tell me who Catherine is.
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Mm-hmm. And who's this guy what went missing?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
I see. You can't constrain a person's freedom. Don't you have rules? Let's just go with the if you say so.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply.
He said he's been stealing drugs, he said.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Interesting. Well, you know, as a person who may or may not have dabbled in a little bit of pharma yoinkicles myself, it's an interesting way this guy thinks.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Good. And you actually use all Saltuna, as opposed to other canneries I may or may not have seen, where they use sprats. Right. Well, bye. I will never not think it's abrupt how you just end conversations and they don't say anything, you just go right back to gameplay. Anyway, next time we are going to go back to Grimm. We are going to find Catherine. We may actually find your friend in Fallbrook. We may actually find your friend, the information broker. We may actually let you blow into your little flute and summon the Dragon Zord. Who knows? A world of possibilities, including robbing Velma's office, are open to us, and we will explore them all next time. But for now, that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I will talk to you again next time. Goodbye.